Everybody, welcome to the MatMadik channel. Just gonna do the third reaction for the night. Propaganda by Dax. I haven't even checked out Dax that much. The last thing I remembered about Dax was Crypt giving him a good old diss up when it came to the disses. But you know, Crypt and his clique, I guess they battle rap for fun. So it's not like Dax really went in the grave after Crypt was done with him. So anyway, all right. All that nonsense aside, Tom MacDonald, man, you know what I'm saying? He's the one. I understood he did a song with Dax a while ago, no, a year ago. So this is the second song that they've done together, but I'm still gonna check this one out first. So, you know, I'm all about Tom's Friday. You know, even though this is late for me. And yeah, when I was making my music video, the Freeing Myself Red Pill, you know, the Minaj-Joyner-Madik-MashUp mix thing, check it out if you haven't. Check it out in the description if you haven't seen it. Please leave a comment. All right, when I was doing all that, I think I'm a jiggy. What did I do? I did something. I missed my Tom MacDonald cycle, which is a damn shame. But who knows? Maybe it's good to get a break from the internet now and then, like good old salty cracker is as of the recording of this video. So all that chitter chatter aside, let's just get on with the video, shall we? Propaganda. Let's see what the difference between a Dax and Tom song versus just a Tom song. Let's go. Our own truth isn't always the reality. Okay. Aha, I pulled up the lyrics just in time.
Hey, Daryl.
Just in case.
Good, bro.
I understand he's fast rapper.
Calls, dog. What's wrong, man? Daryl, you good? Hey, Daryl.
What is this? Bloody hell. What's going on? It's like Batman Forever up in here, man. With Jim Carrey getting everybody's information zapped into his forehead. Dick Smith, that's too funny. The People's News. Dick Smith spewing stuff directly into the man's heart with ginormous ears. How bizarre. I wonder what this symbol is trying to convey. Wow, man, that's gonna do you in. I mean, I'm looking at the computer right now with max brightness and a light on my face, and I make sure to have blue light glasses on just for the sake of the video. But yeah, God, we need a break from these computers and these TVs. Anyway, keep going. Oh, there we go. The theme is people being hypnotized by these devices, not to mention particular feeds on the devices. I imagine hypnotic feeds, namely of the mainstream media. Alright, I really appreciate a different kind of beat for a change. Come on, Donald's beats tend to lack a bass you can rock to. It's very rocky, but not a bass you can rock to. It's not booty bumping, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's not the point of the song. Pretty decent singer, isn't he? I haven't really heard him before.
Now we stand, divided we fall. New Year's Eve, they've been dropping the ball. Independent, how we dent in the game. We don't write to the sound of applause.
In the pen, how? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm missing a lot of these bars. Thank God I pulled up lyrics. United we stand, divided we fall. New Year's Eve, they've been dropping the ball. In the pen, how we dent in the game. We don't write. We don't write to the sound of applause. Ah.
truth, dotted lines ain't never signed, stood independent, how we dent in the game. We don't write to the sound of applause. Hidden truth, dotted lines ain't never signed, stood and remain the boss. In a world that is full of facades, where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. I won't be silent, I am outspoken. I am the product of pain, so when you see my name, no fame could never break down a brain that is already broken. Every wound is a paid devotion. They fill words as I purge emotions. Scabs tear as I drop hits that bleed light from demonic omens. The system decides we spend, we buy, while most of our time is spent in bed. The dreams we have all stay inside. We sleep and wake and live with regret. The price of life is half the cost. The price of fame could cost your head. If infamy is what you seek, and propaganda is all I see is propaganda.
Those lyrics are very good. I don't know if I caught them the way he delivered them. He's got a good expression. This is one thing I always say when you're going to rap quite quickly. It's important that you do it with expression, not just which, you know, when I did my own rap, I had to struggle with myself at certain points. But it's good to have expression. But when the lyrics are, it's funny when the lyrics are so full of meaning. You got to balance it out. If you're going to do something that's full of a lot of meaning, saying it fast won't do you any good. Despite what expression you say it. Well, no, there's probably an expression that can still bring it out if you do it quickly, but my God, that's a lot of meaning right there, and it went by really quickly. I don't know. All right, I'm just going to read it out again, people, in case you didn't hear it. United we stand, divided we fall. New Year's Eve, they've been dropping the ball. Yeah, like the lights falling down the pole. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We don't do that in the UK, by the way. In the pen, at prison, how we dent in the game, or the pen that we've been living in society, the prison without bars. How we dent in the game, we don't, you know, like Tom MacDonald said in, was it Fake Walk or one of them? You don't need a cage if you're stuck in these cells, hence the cell phone, you know. In the pen, how we dent in the game, we don't write to the sound of applause, right? All right, we're doing this for actual effect, not just, for actual meaningful effect, not just to please crowds. You know about pleasing people, it's about saving people. Anyway, hidden shrewds, dotted lines, ain't never signed, stood, and remain a boss. That's cool, man, he's independent. In a world that is full of facades, where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. Yeah, that's what Minaj was saying. Thank God, where we go one, we all just go, man. This is just what it's about. You got to speak your truth right now. I'll say why this is illegal. Forget why this is illegal. It will always be illegal because, like Tom MacDonald said, we won't let freedom die, man. Anyway, I won't be silent. I'm outspoken. I'm the product of pain. So when you see my name, no fame could never break down a brain that's already broken. A brain's broken. Yikes. Whew. I don't know his background, what he's talking about when he says that. Anyway, the reason I'm yawning is because I got to go to work soon, so I'm getting my body's getting ready to sleep. But sorry, I don't mean got to go sleep for work. But this is definitely mind blowing stuff. Okay, every wound is a paid devotion. They fill words as I purge emotion. Every wound is paid devotions. All these like battle scars. They fill words as I purge emotion. I don't really, I kind of got lost with that one, but maybe because my brain's shutting down. Sorry, no, that sounds kind of ominous. Maybe because my body's shutting down for the night, just to sleep. Anyway, scabs tear drop. I hits scabs tear. What? Whoever wrote this, maybe they made a mistake. They meant to say scabs tear. I drop hits that bleed from demonic omens. Alright, maybe it was written correctly. Scabs tear drop I hit. Sorry. Let me keep going. Sorry, people. Stay with me here. I'm thinking this is actually worth breaking down the bars. Scabs tear drops. Scabs teardrops. I hits that bleed lies from demonic omens. Okay, yeah, we know about the sign like the 666 and the Google Chrome symbol and all that stuff. That's the 666 and so on. The system decides we buy most of us, but most of our time is spent in bed. Well, we're all sleeping. There's a great artist out there. I'd love to meet her one day. We bought her album in the UK called Kate Tempest, rapper, but she calls herself a poet. Like, she's a rapper. I mean, she's a poet indeed, but she's. I mean, I would class her as a rapper and poet, not just a poet. Anyway, she said, "We in society we have in her album The Sound of Rum, which is a great album." She said, "In society we have people who are commuters on trains with commuters on trains with computers for brains. They get their wages, pay their rent, and buy their food with the change." It's like this right here. It's a great bar, right? The system decides where we. The system decides we spend, we buy, while most of our time is spent in bed. It's like, you think you're doing all this moving around in society, but you're just lying back in the Matrix pod. You know what I'm saying? The dreams we have stay inside. We sleep and wake, then live in with regret. We sleep and wake, and live with regret. All right, so you let time pass by with letting your chances slip away. So take the red pill. Anyway, why didn't I take the blue pill? Ugh. Anyway, no, red pill for me, mate. The price of life is half the cost. The price of fame could cost your head. Again, somebody made errors and they wrote this. If infamy is what you seek, then propaganda is what you spread. I'm pretty sure that's what you said. The price of life is half the cost. The price of fame could cost your head. Okay. That was deep. I can't deny that. But the way he delivered it, I guess, I mean, again, just making that song I just made in between, in my free time, when I got home after working, it took a lot of me just to get that recording done. So I guess you have to just decide on the flow and go for it. But I consider these lyrics be sung because when you rap them, they go past so quickly. You don't really get to appreciate all the beauty of it, or at least sing rap it. Or I don't know. Personally, maybe I consider maybe a Caribbean voice to bring it out, because the reggae raga lilt that is expected when you bring out a Caribbean accent. I'm not saying Dax knows how to do this, but if somebody was to do that, it really could draw attention to the lyrics more because of the bounce that kind of singing has. Anyway, people, that I never done a reaction like that before, reading the actual verse out again. And if you don't like that reaction, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I just thought, why not? Let's just break it down. Dax has just said a lot of stuff there that may have gone over people's heads. This is a very different reaction I've ever given, that I've given to others. So if you appreciate it, please let me know. If you don't, I won't do it again. Well, I'll do it as little as possible going forward, but let me know. Okay, now, I believe Tom MacDonald is on verse 2. I know I see it proper. He's being faced. News you can trust, live on the scene. So this man's coming out and speaking out against all the propaganda. The people have turned on him. It's such a matrix world that you're living in right now, right? You want to say something that goes against the narrative. It's like people get possessed by these agents, and then just come after you. They're possessed, like they're hypnotized by these, like AI from AI machines, as if something in their body has made them susceptible to such influence. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, here come Tom. Oh, sorry people, my yawn. It's really awful. But it's got to keep the oxygen in my blood. I'm sorry, I was wondering if I recognize that guy.
Dated, indoctrinated. They convince us all that everything we say is racist, and blood will change it. That's what happens. Y'all need balance. Y'all need blacks and whites and lefts and rights to stop the madness. They planned it. It's Trump or Biden, we all been divided right in the streets. Elections always been rigged. I ain't surprised when somebody cheats. All I see is pentagrams and the propaganda, but our priority's the vaccine. It ain't hard for wolves to find a flock when the sheep are fast asleep. Too many people lack character. Too many journalists scaring you. Too many pencils attempting to rewrite the Constitution. They probably gonna tear it up. I love the country, but I don't trust the people taking care of us. We went to bed with the American dream. We woke up in Nightmerica.
Who could say it better? Sorry, people. I had to just read through every lyric that Dax said because it went over my head, and I got a feeling he wasn't saying much, even though he did say quite a bit. But it had that kind of typical kind of structure that makes you say, "All right, this is one of those. I got meaning in my words, but it's gonna go over your head by the time the chorus comes back around. You dig? Propaganda, and that stuff is. I mean, you heard a few things, but that Dax was saying, but I don't have to read one word of what Tom MacDonald said. It was super clear. We went to sleep with American Dream, woke up in Nightmerica. Used a bit of neologism, just created a new word right there, and I get your point straight away. Super clear, super clear. This is like Eminem on Jay-Z's Encore kind of thing. But he's that situation where apparently the guests outdid the host, but super clear. It's got straight to the point. Propagandists, well, they've been described very clearly. Anyway, people, what do you think? I just think Tom MacDonald blew Dax out of the water. Dax has nice expression with his voice, a nice flow, deep lyrics, but again, stuff that doesn't really hit like Tom. Tom's really great. He's the perfect he's the perfect rapper for reaction video rappers, to be honest, because he has he speaks nice and slowly and clearly. He doesn't have to race ahead too quickly, and it still hits. It hits as though it was an impressive quick rap. A lot of rappers make a lot of, get down with their rhythms and all that stuff, and make a lot of impressive sounds. But at the end of the day, they haven't said anything that has a lot of meaning. So patriots, typically speaking, are the ones that have something of substance. What they're saying, especially now, as politics is revealing itself to be a situation that only patriots can save the country from. That was a weird sentence, but sorry. And this is all I'm saying, that Tom MacDonald, as clear as he is, as clear as he is with his message and his lyrics and everything, he's really got the whole thing rocking right now. Sorry, Dax. In my opinion, Tom MacDonald smoked you on your own song, but it's not about competition. I guess it's about getting the message out there that propaganda must be called out and people must decide whether to stay asleep or stay awake, not woke. Anyway, let's keep going.
And all I see is propaganda.
So as you come home and he's still being bombarded with this Hadouken or Kamehameha wave right in his chest.
And all I see is propaganda. And all I see is propaganda.
Propaganda. I see propaganda. It's gonna be one of those things where if Dax does this on stage and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing Tom MacDonald out," and Tom MacDonald comes out and he says his verse. Anyway, I'd love to be in that crowd when that happens. Now, listen, I'm not crapping on. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Dax. Dax is excellent, but Tom MacDonald just brought that message home nice and clear, in my opinion. What do you think? Anyway, see the end of the video. With this orange juice is sharp. That's dope. Dear God, official music video. Joke, I haven't seen that one either. Dax is quite prolific, man, I gotta say. Tom MacDonald is a much clearer artist than a lot of these people. Sometimes, a lot of the time, they don't really have answers to the problems that they bring up. Even this, all I see is propaganda. It's not really. Sorry to just be honest with you. This is with the difference of Tom MacDonald and other artists. All I see is propaganda. It's good. The one thing the positive thing you can derive from the hook is that you do see the propaganda. At least you can at least call it out. But ultimately, it's not saying anything about. It's not saying much about remedying the propaganda in that hook by itself, other than calling it out. Tom MacDonald, on the other hand, some people don't like his hooks. They say they're too simplistic or whatnot, but he at least gets his point across nice and clearly. Tom is a very clear rapper. His flows aren't always as impressive as others, but even in the song, he sped up the flow a little bit. But his priority is clarity. So I think Tom MacDonald owned this song more. What do you think? Thank you, people. That was a very unusual reaction. A lot of me just reading like a slow old boring university lecturer, and other times me just good old reacting. Let me know what you think, people. Have a good night from Japan, and I'll see you all next time. Where we go one, we go all. Please check out the video of mine, my debut rap video in the check out the link in the comments. Check out the video on the channel. Let me know what you think. I really could do with a comment. Anyway, peace.